Alright, hello guys. Today we're going to do a Christmas wreath. Alright, a nice big wreath. So we're going to start right here with a big bow. So for your bow, we're going to start with the knot in the middle. And it's basically kind of a square shape, but you can see how it's kind of rounded on the edges. I always say it kind of looks like a piece of bread. Okay? And it doesn't have to be perfect like that. You don't want a perfect square. That's all. Next for our bow, we're going to come out and around, stop, do the same thing at the bottom, come out and around, but we want these to overlap like this, so that there's a little crease in that side of the bow. And we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Out, stop, out, around, and in. Okay? And now we need the two little tassels hanging from the bow. Like this. 1, 2. And some little details I like to throw in is some little lines like this, because this bow is going to have some creases in it, and it just adds some cool detail. Alright, now we want to do our wreath all the way around. So what I do is I pick a place to start on the bow, and it's basically a circle, but we don't want this circle to be perfect. It's going to be kind of jagged like this. So you need to make these jagged lines while still maintaining a circular shape up to the other side. And then you don't want to forget that you're going to see a little bit up there possibly. So you kind of got to do your invisible line, and for me you're only going to see a little bit of the top of that bow. Or, I mean the top of the wreath, above the bow, sorry. Next, we're going to do the inside. Basically the same way you did the outside. Pick a spot, okay? I'm going to actually start in the middle here. Invisible line. All the way around. And the main thing here is to remember, you want to keep it an even thickness all the way around. Okay? Now what we're going to do is add some lights onto this thing. And the way we're going to do that is we want to do the string of lights going over, under, over, under. So here's how you do this. Pick a spot, come over the wreath, outside of it, wrap around, and then we're stopping because we want to go under. So it's an invisible line. It would come out here, curve it, over, around, stop, invisible line, under. Curve it, over. And we're going to do this the whole way around. Under, over, under, over. Be careful up here. And there we go. Now, all we got to do is add our lights. The lights are pretty simple. What I'm going to do for my lights is a little rectangle shape followed by curve, curve. And some of them can go outside as well. You want them in all different directions, like this. I think I'm going to put one here. Voila! We have our lights around our wreath. Okay? Now, A thing to point out whenever you're coloring this, we've talked about hand pressure shading before. So think about where things overlap. So the bow is on top of the wreath. So what you would do is you would push very hard where that would be overlapping, but then lighten it as we come down, like that. Okay? Same thing on the bow. Some of these creases you would push a lot harder. Let me show you what a finished one looks like. Voila! There we go, guys. Hope you enjoy that. It's a little bit harder, a little bit more difficult, but have fun.